Hello everyone, I'm Drachona. So I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you probably have your own ideas of what's weird about furries, or you may be a furry wondering what I'm going to say. Well, it's not what you would expect. First off, let me be clear. I am not a furry.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Let me clarify, I don't identify as a furry. I realize that I'm essentially a part of the furry fandom because of the things I'm interested in, and my level of participation in conversations about it, but it's not that simple. Let's just say there's another explanation why, which at this point it's probably really obvious, and I'll probably get around to talking about it, but anyway, let's get on with the actual video. So, the weirdest thing about furries is, arguably, how they're perceived by the public. Now, I'm not going to go into a history lesson about the prevalence of anthropomorphic non-human animals and shapeshifters throughout human history. I'm not going to point out how prominent such characters are in popular media, but I will start off by quickly defining what a furry is for the one person who has no idea. A furry is, generally, someone who has some personal connection to anthropomorphic non-human animals. This can include everything from a casual interest in art, or various popular characters, to the smaller percentage of furries who are romantically and sexually attracted to anthropomorphic non-human animals. So, with that out of the way, I want to address how society responds to furries, specifically to the romantic and sexual area of the fandom. And yes, I include romantic because it's not just about sex. First off, I'm not talking about people who are into things like cub porn, which is basically pedophilia, or bestiality. Arguably, being attracted to real non-human animals doesn't even apply to the furry fandom because there's nothing anthropomorphic about it, but the point is, these things are illegal, whether a furry does it or a non-furry does it. Now, I know it's shocking to some people out there that someone might enjoy sex and be attracted to males or females, depending upon their preferences, but perhaps I can explain why some people are attracted to anthropomorphic non-human animals. Here's an important fact. Humans are animals. You either accept this, or you reject a scientific fact, which you're allowed to do. It would just be inherently stupid or at the very least ignorant. As animals who do reproduce sexually, we have sex. It's therefore in our nature to desire sex. Yes, it's not the case for everyone, but it's the norm because our survival as a species depends upon it. In today's world, for a lot of people, we have a great amount of free time which we would not have if we were still subject to the threats of the wild. We also have the resources to create all forms of artwork and products which can be shared worldwide. So if you go on the internet right now, you'll find no shortage of pictures of men and women, ranging from tame to pornographic. Now, if you're against porn, I can't help you here. That's your choice, but I'm going to go ahead and warn you that if you are against porn, this next point probably won't mean anything to you. So I, personally, am a heterosexual male. As such, I think I'll look up pictures of women to get my jollies. Now, I know with almost complete certainty that I will never meet these women, nor will I ever have sex with them. However, imagination is a thing, and it makes me feel good to imagine being with these women. That we would actually like each other and have sex, because again, sex is a natural part of our existence. Now, maybe I'll go and look at pictures of anime women. Now, I know with almost complete certainty that I will never meet these women, nor will I ever have sex with them. You could argue that they don't even exist, but that's irrelevant if we're talking about imagination. For all I know, these women don't even exist. Maybe they're dead. Maybe they look nothing like this. Maybe this is just really convincing CGI. The point is, it's fantasy. Whether or not they're real is irrelevant. Now I think I'll take a look at these pictures. Now I know with almost complete certainty that I will never meet these females, nor will I ever have sex with them. You see where I'm going with this? You may not personally find this character attractive, but I do. It's all down to preference, the same way you may not like the movies John Carter or Oblivion, but I do. There's nothing harmful about that, nor is there any reason why you should care about it. It's not a crime and it doesn't affect you. At the end of the day, the reaction that most people on the internet have to someone who likes anthropomorphic art is truly hilarious to me. I can't believe you, a heterosexual male, like looking at pictures of females with breasts, hips, ass, implied personality, and implied agency. What is wrong with you? Now, I specify on the internet because I've met multiple people in real life who found out that I like that kind of stuff, and they just don't care. Now, you might personally think that furries are just too weird. You might think that there are very strange elements of the fandom, and I don't disagree with you on that. There are some bizarre fetishes, although they're fetishes which exist outside the furry fandom as well, and there are some people who are into criminal things, which again, exist outside the fandom as well. Any psychological problems or social awkwardness which might come about within communities like this is arguably due primarily to how society receives such communities. We are animals, and yet many of us, especially in the US, treat sex as something dirty or even harmful. Just like with any kind of social deviance, we as a society are directly responsible because we tell people that being themselves is somehow bad. If someone happens to like this as much or more than this, that's considered bad, regardless of whether or not it actually has a negative effect on society. Homosexuals had to go through this for centuries. If you don't pretend to fit perfectly into society's conception of normality, and let's face it, people do pretend and have in the past, then you are bad. Now, there is a reason for this. We tend to be apprehensive about things that are different, and we encourage normality for the sake of group cohesion, working together for our collective survival. However, being afraid of anything is a temporary response, the result of ignorance. We are mortal beings who can die. So if we come across something we don't recognize, it's wise for us to be cautious for our own protection. However, if we discover that we have no reason to fear that thing, then there's no need to be so cautious. This is the classic friend or foe question. I don't know what this is. Is it my friend, my enemy, or simply something which poses no immediate threat? So, what's my point? There is no reason to be afraid of furries. It's completely understandable at first to be confused or even cautious, but once you see that these are just people who like different things than you, people who are no more or less harmful to you than anyone else on the planet, then you should realize that there's nothing to be concerned about. You have every right to find furries weird, but you don't have to care that someone else likes something you can't relate to. The weirdest thing about furries is easily the fact that so many people have such a problem with them, even though nothing about the fandom is foreign to human society. Whether you draw anthropomorphic non-human animals, have uncommon sexual desires as long as they aren't illegal, or even wear fursuits, all of those things are as old as human expression, even the bad shit. Arguably, they're some of the most fundamental elements of our history. I can't stop you from disliking furries or finding them strange, but if that's how you feel, if you think that something so natural is somehow mysterious or dangerous, then honestly, you're the one who's strange. I'm Drachona, and...
Have a furry day. Thank you.